Hello, my name is Darryl Tan, and I'm part of Mighty Meta, a division of MightyJaxx that focuses on digital collectibles, extended experiences, and metaverses. For today's session, we'll be going through a short primer, a journey about metaverses, what exactly they are, potential applications, how MJ has adopted it to extend the journey of fans. Before we dive in, I would like to first introduce you to MightyJaxx. MightyJaxx is a future cultural company that is reimagining what tomorrow's fandom can be. We currently serve 4 main groups of fans across art, entertainment, sports, and gaming. Examples include SpongeBob, My Little Pony, and One Piece. For those who enjoy the Netflix series Drive to Survive, be sure not to miss out on our Mighty All-Stars collection featuring your favorite drivers, Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen, or Charles Leclerc. These are some examples of MightyJaxx products. You can see everything ranging from our in-house IPs like Creepy Cuties and Ink Stories, all the way to us dissecting a Chinese car brand, Xpeng. But the main thing that we're doing right now for the next step is really going beyond the physical product. How do we actually engage fans and look at digital experiences? And that's really where the Metaverse comes in. What is a Metaverse? Before we answer the question of what a Metaverse is, it is important to understand the shift from Web 1 to Web 3, where we move from dedicated infrastructure to cloud computing to decentralized data architectures. The other way to mark this shift is to see it moving from read-only to read and write, and finally, read, write, and own. With that in mind, Metaverse is simply a simulated digital environment that uses 3D visualization technology and blockchain to create spaces for rich user interaction mimicking the real world. In some cases, we've seen them incorporated augmented reality, virtual reality, although these are fairly limited applications right now due to headset penetrations. When we move to the Metaverse ecosystem, we see that there are 4 main parts: digital currency, digital real estate, digital experiences, and digital goods. Starting from the left, currency is an essential part of a Metaverse platform. Similar to how Europe has the euro currency, United States has the US dollar, and China has the Chinese yuan, Metaverses having their own currency is the foundation for the economy to function. Metaverse digital currencies serve as the basis for transactions, and we see that with Sandbox having Sand, Decentraland having Mana. Users spend this currency to play games, to buy equipment, or customize their avatars. And creators spend digital currencies to acquire assets, land, and earn passive income through staking. Land is a digital piece of real estate in the Metaverse. You can buy the land and create whatever experience you want on it. Land and everything you own on the land is truly yours. And this is obviously a significant departure from gaming universes such as World of Warcraft. Scarcity of land parcels is usually a key mechanic to drive value as well. Next up, looking at digital experiences. This is actually really what drives people to the universe, the Metaverse. The main digital experience right now are event-driven. In Decentraland, they held the first Metaverse fashion show from 24th to 27th March, and that itself attracted over 100,000 unique visitor counts. Tools of Rock is a sandbox experience that was built by Smaller Labs, a Singapore-based sandbox builder that has created the first Metaverse concert venue. Last but not least, users buy digital goods in the Metaverse. For digital goods, I'll cover them in a bit more detail in the later slides when I talk about the state of Metaverses. Similar to our economy, there are 3 main sets of users in the Metaverses: consumers, creators, and investors. Almost all of the functions on the consumer side revolves around NFTs, whether you're using NFTs to gain access to a game or buying equipment or wearables for your avatars. On the creator or investor side, NFTs can be used as a mechanics for buying or selling land, as per the case for other side. And obviously the main thing of a creator is to build experience and attract users onto the Metaverse. Next up, we move on to the current state of Metaverses. What actually attracts users to Metaverse? There are actually 3 main reasons rather. The first reason is really a new way of social interactions. I'm sure you guys still remember IRCs and ICQs. These are what people used before to meet new people. And the Metaverse is really just a new way of meeting new people in a new environment. There is obviously the freedom of self-expression as well. In the Metaverse, you can be whoever you want, whatever you want, wherever you want. And that's really a hallmark of the metaverse as well. And the last part is the decentralization aspect, being able to own a piece of something in the metaverse. The interesting thing though is that although metaverses have raised significant amounts of capital to the tunes of over $8 billion, and a lot of users are also spending big money on digital goods, including mega yachts, including digital sneaker skins, and Gucci bags. That being said, metaverses are still largely limited by small user base currently. When we compare the user bases of metaverses to the likes of Roblox or existing games, you would see that metaverses pale in comparison. The main reason for this is really in terms of the current metaverse user experience. Any one of you guys who have tried out whether it is a sandbox experience or Decentraland experience would know that the experiences right now are not compelling and engaging. So what lies ahead in the future of metaverses? The first thing is, how can we actually use metaverse in a way that we can actually create a digital twin of what happens in the real world? Users will be able to work, learn, and play and shop in the metaverse. Think of metaverse as the next version of the internet. The potential applications can lead to physical events as well. I just recently came back from New York, where I visited the Netflix Stranger Things Experience Center there, a physical experience center across over 50,000 square feet of real estate. Imagine if you could have that and now have a digital twin of that where it's 500,000 square feet because you're no longer limited by a physical space. These and more are actually what metaverses can offer to Web2 companies and physical companies. For the MJ Metaverse itself, bringing back to the fandoms that we serve across art, entertainment, sports, and gaming, MJ's Metaverse aims to help create more experiences for our fans to experience this in a whole new level. I'm sure some of you guys have watched the latest Marvel movie, Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness, or Spiderman's No Way Home. These two are actually films that depict MJ's approach to metaverses. And for us, it's really about positioning ourselves as an early adopter. We have bought land across Decentraland and Sandbox, and we've made investments in companies such as ChillChat. In addition, we've also partnered with GameFi players such as DigiPels. All of this is to help us to actually extend our footprint, whether it is bringing our in-house IPs into these metaverses or GameFis, or bringing existing IPs of our partner brands. The main thing though, still is to serve our fans. How do we create a meaningful digital experience that is engaging and scalable? And obviously the last part, in terms of digital goods, how can we create something that helps them customize themselves, helps them stand out in a world today? Some of the upcoming projects include Slogu, which is a China IP that we have depicting the working man in China, and Creepy Cuties, which brings across some of the scary IPs of the region. I hope that this primer has been interesting for you guys. And feel free to reach out to me on Twitter or Instagram or on Facebook. Thank you so much.